Delete on them.
Yeah, Lay Ill Kid and OneYoungsta holding down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today, oh yeah, we got another episode of Loungin. I'm joined to my left by.
Why you gotta laugh so hard? That's why I can't tell you nothing. Just like I was real honest about what went down this morning.
Oh man.
So your homegirl Marqueeda was being a bit of a diva. You know, I'm around here yelling at assistants that I don't actually have because we're an internet show.
They almost here though.
Yeah. I was like, Callie, where's my mocha? Barbara, my meds. And I'm like by myself, and he's just standing in the doorway, like, you need me to come back? It looks like I need to come back. But I apologize. But it's your girl, Marqueeda LaStar, and we're doing what we do.
Yes. So guys, just a little bit. It's not too bad, but just a little bit. It's not too bad. But this is the show where we get into, you know, Twitter stuff, news, what's happening in the culture, around the culture. And when it comes to the culture, should I start off with the small? I'll start off with the biggest thing first. That happened. Straight up, Katt Williams once again.
Well, he's doing so good though.
Oh man,
that's the killer part.
He just got it. All right, Katt Williams is like the mad rapper. Like, I feel like he's always angry because I don't think I've ever heard an interview where he doesn't go negative for something.
Yeah, and sometimes you can get on board because when he talks about bigger issues,
a
lot of times he's right on it, like, because most people understand the issue.
Yeah.
But when he goes into smaller stuff or more personal stuff, that's when he like loses people. And of course, he done lost me because he attacking the LA native. That's LA people gotta stick together. I know you didn't come after Tiffany, because if you come after Tiffany, you coming after me and all the squad. So you already know what it is.
All right, so big shout out to Keith Cooper. Big shout out to Max Evans in the chat. Max, yo, all right, check it. If you guys holler at us on Twitter, Max he be misbehaving during the week.
Now what he don't know is that Marqueeda on the interwebs clapped back, and she clapped back pretty hard. So
Max Evans already started out talking about Katt Williams is the truth. I stand with him. See, I knew. We already knew. That's why we have you in the chat, because we knew.
You know what? That's true though. We don't want you to go anywhere. Though.
Yeah, because we know how you do.
We don't have nobody to argue with, and then we get kind of boring. And I'm like, yeah, so I'm here for you.
So
I'm here for what you do.
Katt Williams goes down a list of people that, you know, he feels are, you know, getting their due, some that aren't. And then he goes on the line of like Hollywood only letting in black men that aren't attractive. Talking about Gerard Carmichael, talking about Kevin Hart, talking about Hannibal Buress. Now, I'm not into men, but I would say that they may not be the most handsomest.
Carmichael is attractive. What are you talking about?
But I'll say this:
Kevin Hart turns me out just because his personal life is messy.
Yeah, but my thing is, it wasn't even the place. It's like Katt Williams goes out his way,
right,
to like be as negative as possible. And the funny thing is, when I did Rare Air with Mark B. Donica on this channel, where we talk about comedy, and he brought up Katt Williams, and I was like, Katt Williams is extremely funny. His personal antics is where it's like, man, God, is because he gets into Tiffany Haddish, right. And he talks about how she hasn't done a tour. He kind of alludes to her not being like a real comedian because of it. And then he brings up the light skin issue. And
this is where like he struck a chord with me, because I've been there where somebody's called me and said, "Oh well, you're not dark skinned, you're like brown skinned, and thus you have privilege." I'm like, chick, I'm not.
We need to stop dicing each other up. We ain't got time to be.
You guys are cutting are getting ridiculous, because never in a life have I gotten a pass on my not dark skinnedness. I was like, they know I'm black when they see me. They see a black woman. Black. There's no like illusions. I can't claim mix. I'm like, technically I is, but you wouldn't even think to ask me that. Why? Because I look like 100% black woman. So don't come at me talking about, well, you're, because I'm not like, and I have like a sibling who's dark, so I understand like the issue, like, because black families, most of the time we all got different shades and stuff, and my family particularly, we come in a lot of different colors, so, because of that like mixed background. So I understand the issue, and I understand especially with like light skin, the preference for, but to come up to someone like me, and like me and Tiffany Haddish ain't but that of a shade apart from each other. It's like, oh, you're experiencing light skin privilege. She ain't light skin for one.
Yeah. To the chat that's watching, is Tiffany Haddish light skin? I wouldn't consider her light skin. Now, since we're so cool, we have seen Tiffany Haddish.
Yes.
I have been face to face. Well, I wasn't really face to face. I was behind the camera.
Because we brought why we brought that up is because Michael pointed out that you see somebody on television, and in pictures and stuff, they have this nasty habit of like fleshing us out and making us look lighter than we actually are. I have to say, a lot of pictures I see, she doesn't look terribly like to me, but she might look lighter than she actually is. Yeah. And so we've actually met her in person. I've met her several times in person, and she's actually like about my skin complexion. So that idea that she's super light and light skin privilege.
She'd be like kind of like a brown skin joint.
Yeah, she's brown skin, and I was like, and we can another show we can get into this weird idea that like brown skins experience so much privilege because that's the majority of us. The majority of black people are brown skin.
Yeah. So I did want to get into two things. One, where do you think, or when do you think Katt Williams will kind of be done with the like, I made this person, I made that person, and like this person isn't funny. This way back when he did that interview talking about like he gave Terry Crews his start, and then like when he was going on, because he reiterated in this one about these different comedians that he's put on, these different comedians that he's put in place.
Right by him? I didn't see this particular.
Well, see, that's. Now that I didn't get that, it just struck me as like, dang.
Exactly, because I was like, it'd be one thing if people are keeping dirty, but dude, you just came off of an Emmy win. Yeah, people are giving you chances, and then you get the chance, and then you're like, well, I'm upset about that over there. I'm like, how about you humble yourself for a minute and allow you, because a lot of people, like I saw a lot of think pieces when he was, because he won the Emmy for his role in Atlanta.
Alligator Man,
right? And when he got put on there, it's a chance. I didn't really even realize that Dargler was taking a chance putting him in the show. And they were real fair about it, because I read an interview by Katt Williams after it premiered that they didn't just give him the role. He actually came back twice, and he got it on the second audition.
Wow. Okay.
So they were like, they wanted to make sure that they weren't just handing you the role. So he earned the opportunity, but there was a lot of blowback because people got into his personal life, his past, and
the antics and hitting people and fighting in Target.
Exactly, and stuff like that. They got in there, they're like, why would you have this man on your show? And I don't know. I remember defending it and saying I'm here for it, because I said, you don't know, like, he hasn't done anything to me that I can think of that's so outrageous. Him fighting with the kids.
It's just like dumb stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It was pretty bad, but we all remember he got his ass handed to him by 50.
Well, also let's not act like there ain't some kids that deserve a slap. Look,
I was just having this conversation.
You watching us on TV right now. Yeah, I say TV. Internet is TV there. Yeah, you watching us now. There's a kid in your neighborhood that you like to beat. Let's be honest. There's a kid in your neighborhood right now you want to beat, but you don't beat him. We're not saying you should beat him. I'm just saying you want to.
Exactly.
they done did something, and you like, what?
All you gotta do is teach. I told this to somebody else. I said, all you gotta do is teach middle school. You will lose your composure for like, I want to rise up. You want to take your hand to God and say, God, my hand. Those kids are bad. They're awful.
You see Max, right?
Right.
All right. With Max, I'm gonna get to your comment in a second, because I want to see you flesh it out. But on Tiffany's side, you never see her Like, I wonder if she's blindsided or something, like, because she never comes back. This isn't the first time she's been.
This is not the first time. We've discussed on this, and we haven't been doing this for long. This is the second time in our short history of lounging that somebody's come after Tiffany. And I mean, she's killing it, and that's the only thing I can.
Yeah, because we've been doing this for what, 3-4 months, something like that? And this is the second person.
It's like,
and do you think it's the fact that and I'm gonna step on some toes? Do you think it's the fact that she's just successful? Do you think that it's because she's successful and young, or do you think that it's because she's successful and a woman? Or do you think it's a combination of all the three? Because she's not out. Well, now there might be some behind the scenes stuff that we don't know, but she doesn't seem to be out dissing people and talking bad about people. So this stuff has to be coming from somewhere.
I was Gator Man.
Oh yeah, Gator Man. Oh man. But like, where do you think this stuff is coming from? Because Tiffany Haddish isn't firing back. She doesn't seem to be running around, talking bad about folks. So it seems like people have a lot of fire for her when, at least from the outside looking in, she looks like she's just kind of like getting work and getting roles and blah, blah, blah. But while y'all stew on that, and
Max, I'm going to need you to chill.
All right, here we go with Max. Max said he'll never be done because these are facts. I didn't take them as shade. He's another misunderstood black man. All right, so
always on the wrong side of history, Max. Always on the wrong side of history. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Oh man. All right, cool. So Keith Cooper said it's all three. Like, she's young, she's successful, and she's a woman.
Yeah.
Because these are older, more seasoned guys.
There you go.
Because Katt Williams, even on the interview thing, I think he said he was 50, but I might be wrong. But I know he said he's like upper 40s, 50, something like that.
But
and we know that
not kind of fair, because then we have to acknowledge what's the age that Katt Williams can, because Katt Williams has been on for a minute.
Yeah, Katt Williams.
He's been on. He's got at least 4 specials.
Well, he said he has
been on I don't know HBO, but on these premium networks. He's been in movies. He's been on shows. He hasn't had his own show, but I feel like the way he manages to be a character on these movies work for you. Having a show is a lot of work.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
It's way more work than you think it is.
Exactly, and having
even like a YouTube show like this is way more schedules. Gotta find the time to travel, set up stuff, break down stuff.
And then you're talking about a show that has many people, many moving parts in it, like a TV show. Man, look, I'm like, get your money. Yeah, but don't stress out.
It seems weird because we had this from Hustle Man.
Hustle Man?
Tracy Morgan.
Oh,
so we had this from Tracy Morgan.
Right.
So now we have it again from Katt Williams. So there may be some truth to it, but I just don't see where she's kind of like actively coming at people.
She's not. She's super, like, let me tell you, when I've met her in person, she's so friendly, and that's all I've ever heard from anybody else that's met her. And so I'm like, if she's coming after people, she's doing that on some gangsta on the low.
Yeah, it's on some Eminem behind the scenes type stuff.
Like she got a split personality. But I'm gonna say that she's not doing it because I haven't seen any signs.
Yeah,
I feel like somebody would have come out already and said, hey, she's not as nice as y'all think she is.
Wow.
All I've ever seen is like she's being really nice and being really genuine with people. And she's really just happy. Now the thing is, I know someone who knows her, right? And knows about her work ethic.
Yeah.
And that's something they say, her work ethic. That's what, she makes it look effortless. She makes it look like she has it. But she did do a lot of stand-up. I don't know where she's done it, but I know here in LA she's done a lot of stand-up. And look, I take the opportunity when it comes to me.
Yeah.
You knock on my door tomorrow. I don't feel like I'm ready for television, but if you knock on my door tomorrow and say, hey, I'm going to give you this opportunity, I'm going to take it. I'm not going to go, oh, you know what? I need a few more years to do a tour, do more circuits. No, I'm taking the opportunity now. And if you're upset because she got offered that as early as she did, and we don't know if it's early.
Yeah, because technically she was on Def Jam when Def Jam was in its later years. But she was doing stand-up back then. Even Katt Williams says she's been doing comedy since she was 16. Right. So that's like a long time. So I'm not saying that Tiffany Haddish is like 80, but I'm just saying she's been doing it for a while.
But his point is that she hasn't done her dues.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of over this dues thing. I said you need to be able to do the work. You know your history, but get in where you fit in as soon as you can. You know.
Yeah.
And I don't think she's crunching on no toes to get to the top, because there's some people who like, I gotta cheat, kill, and steal to get to the top. She's not doing any of that. She's just grinding it out and being herself, which is doing an awesome personality, and getting to the top. Why would you begrudge her?
It's see, Max Evans says she ain't done a tour yet. She ain't done a special.
What that guy do anything, proven the ability to check.
All right, now this is a quote from Katt Williams.
Oh,
thanks, Max. So he said she ain't done a tour yet. She ain't done a special. She has not proven the ability to tell jokes back to back for an hour to nobody. Now, question for you to be a successful comedian or considered to be a great, do you need to have? Because I will say, as a lover of comedy, I do agree with that to a certain degree, because I do think every comedian that we know that we like embrace as this guy or this girl is funny does have a special, but times are changing. So do you have to have a special?
Look,
I mean, maybe it's the old me that, you know, when I was little, I saw Raw and, you know, it blew my mind, or You So Crazy and it blew my mind. You know, do you need to do that now?
And see, I would say no. I said things are changing, and that's the very old way of making it in the business.
Yeah.
If you don't change your approach, you don't get in anymore. So this whole thing about what Max says, I ain't overdoing dues, that's a rite of passage. Well, you can keep doing your dues and miss out on all your opportunities. Then you can't be coming at me and being bitter because you took your time to do your dues when that's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, because
fetch isn't a thing anymore. Don't keep
stop trying to make fetch a
thing. You know,
I do want to ask this when it comes to like for instance, I've been doing NERDSoul. I'm in my 3rd year, so this coming April will be 3 years for me. If and I'm asking this, guys, to you in the chat, you watch the show, and you know other people watch the show too. Dignitaries like President Obama checks out the show.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, they know what's up. But say if HBO, say if Netflix, say if you know, any of these larger networks, Showtime, you know, any of these larger networks, I can't think, or any networks like ABC, NBC, you know, CBS, something like that, came to me and wanted to offer me, you know, a 15-minute slot, a 30-minute slot, an hour slot, whatever. Would you be excited for me? Would you say take this, or be like, yo man, you ain't even been doing it 3 years yet. You can't take that. You know, what would you say? Or if it was to you, you know, whatever profession you're in, if you're a doctor, or if you're a lawyer watching the show, or if you're, you know, accountant or whatever you do, if someone came to you to get like the huge level up, would you be like, well, you know what, I don't want that because I haven't paid my dues yet? Or would you say, yo, this is a great opportunity, I need to do this? You know what I mean? Let's be
Max
real.
particularly says he wouldn't take it, timing's everything. But wait, are you? What does timing everything mean to you? Because that's.
So you trying to stop my money, Max? You trying to stop my money?
Stop him from being great.
You trying to stop me from being great?
No, I need you to clarify this, because my understanding of what timing is everything, because it's true. Sometimes you could have had something that was hot and
you like waited or something like that,
and you passed up on the timing, like I'm trying to think of an example of something that was like hot, but this happens all the time. Something that was like, that came out 5-10 years ago. Yeah. Nobody cared, and then somebody reintroduces it,
and now everybody loves it.
It's fire, and it didn't take that much energy to do. Yeah. And so it's kind of like platforms, like social media platforms work that way, because you know you have things like Friendster and LiveJournal and all these other things, and even MySpace was the first big one. Was big, but it didn't last and stuff. You know, Tom got out, but Facebook came, and now it's the staple. Yeah, Facebook is, as much as people say, you know, like Facebook is whack, blah blah blah. Y'all be up on it. Exactly, it's a staple. Facebook's numbers ain't lying. They got over a billion. You sound like MySpace or Friendster at that, because Friendster didn't get nothing. Friendster looking at Facebook saying, "Well, I made you," and you know, and but timing is everything. Meaning that if you should connect up at the time that everybody wants what you have, you should take it, because if you if you don't do it, then you end up in some situation where your time came and went. That's what people are mad about Donald Glover, because he came up so fast. People are like, well, he didn't really have time to do this and this. He just jumps from that and that. I'm like, because timing is everything.
Yeah, and with that said, we know, as far as black people, we know that black comedians only get like a little baby bit of time to shine. So she has to move fast, because when they get done when Hollywood is done with you, they're gonna be done. So she got to get her money as fast as possible, or position herself in a way where maybe Hollywood can't push her out. You know what I'm saying? And real quick, thanks to everybody that's checking us out and watching. I see it's 10 people hitting us up. Thank you. Go ahead and share the stream, hit that thumbs up, all that good stuff. Make sure to holler at us in the chat. But yeah, I don't know. I would like to see a special, but I don't think she has to do a special. I don't think she has to do a special. I think
she has a special coming, Keith Cooper said.
Okay, cool.
But I agree with Max in the sense that I do think that people need to build up their talents and be ready for it. Yeah. But that's the whole idea. You gotta stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And that's, I think you brought up that point. Like, Tiffany's been doing this for a hot minute. Yeah. She's new to us. Yes, but she's been in the game for a minute. And so that's the biggest thing about when people come out and they blow up. Everybody gives it, it's this overnight success. But they've been grinding for 10 years. Yeah, like, that's not overnight success if they've been grinding for a decade, my brother.
Yeah, so like, check this. There's 10 of y'all watching, right? Right. Y'all here, year number 3. All right. Say 2 more years, 1 year, 5 years, whatever. NERDSoul blows. And then people gonna be coming in like, oh man, you just blew up, and y'all gonna be like, nah, bruh, he been on this. And it's, I'm sure there's people writing articles like, Michael, he came out of nowhere, and I'm like, nah, not really. Like, I've been in the freelance space, I've been in the professional space, and I just figured I might as well do video production for myself, and here it is. So it's weird the way we kind of attack her.
Responded. I'm trying to find it.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Tiffany responded? All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So while she looks for that, guys, definitely, I want to know your perspective on when it comes to older comedians talking about younger comedians.
He's killing me with these responses. She's doing the same thing she did to Tracy Morgan.
All right, so what's she saying?
The quote is, "I just want to shower you with real love." She just gives them no energy. But that's
because you can't go nowhere with that.
Exactly. There's that's notes from the rap game though. I'm gonna give big ups for Tiffany for that, because no matter how people come at her, she always responds with love, like, "Oh, you're coming from a place of hurt. I just want
to shower you with love.
I just want to shower you with love, real love.
I just want to
and go on and get your check, baby. That's right. No, you ain't gonna have me looking out here like Boo Boo the Fool trying to come at you and pump you up. Nah, I'm gonna take my checks and walk off into the sunset with my hair blowing in the wind.
Oh,
man, girl, get your money. Get your money.
At least she ain't going the Cardi B route.
Right. And that's the thing, because everybody, I think people, like, some people be like, oh, she's not round the way, she rough around the edges. But that shows you that she's not. She up here. She
is, but she's grown.
She's grown, because she's thinking. She's like, nah, people expect me to, like, go all out and go crazy. Because when it first went down, I'm sure a lot of people are like, ooh, what the response will be, because, Tiffany crazy. Nah, Tiffany is like, I'm going to keep it in love. We're going to stop it. Let me know when you need
hit
something.
You with the love and light.
Exactly.
Hit you with that Oprah. Hit you with that Oprah
like,
response.
You need me to fix you a play, boo-boo? I got you.
Oh,
so I love that. That's how she hit back, because she's an Emmy winner as well.
Yeah. Eon said Katt is so petty. What up, Eon? All right, so Matt says Katt is protecting Tiffany from becoming Amy Poehler. Amy fizzled out fast and was 2 times bigger than Tiffany.
Nah, that's not how you protect nobody. You be coming in here with the most weak sauce logic.
I like how, but Max, I like how you weave it. You take
I'm
something.
gonna protect you by attacking the shit out of you and your talent. All right, well, you can keep that protection. You can kick rocks. You can kick all the rocks with that. I can't believe you fix your your fingers to touch that. That's ridiculous. Amy Schumer, that didn't make it any better.
I mean, no, Poehler. Amy Poehler.
No, he fixed it. He said he meant
Oh,
Amy
Schumer?
Schumer. Come on, bruh. This is your friend. I just want you to know that.
Next, oh man, Amy Schumer. Okay, here's why I don't see Tiffany going Amy Schumer's way. I think Tiffany's comedy, even though she does have her shtick, I think it goes further than just Amy Schumer's. It's funny because a woman's saying it, you know, because Amy's comedy comes off to me like, I'm going to say what a man says, but it's extra funny because a woman's saying it. And it's like, no, it was bad when we said it, and it's bad when you're saying it because now you're also not funny.
The whole thing about her being like a skinny fat chick.
Yeah, and when she stole
an ugly blonde,
when she stole the Boondock sketch, ooh, I was done with it.
Yeah, she steals jokes.
The Bill Cosby court scene was it was a straight rip off of the R. Kelly joint that Boondocks did like 2-3 years before she like I was just like I'm out. Stop stealing. But
so there's a lot of issues there.
Yeah, but moving on.
Yeah.
This week we had a little hip hop news. You know what I'm saying? A little something in them streets. Your boy Eminem decided to respond to MGK. And, there's a lot of people a little excited about this Killshot song. I listened to it.
I didn't hear it yet, so I
listened to it.
Prepared.
So yeah, I'll take the lead.
I heard the track by MGK.
And you liked it?
I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it. So I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then everybody was like, MGK ain't ready for the smoke Eminem's gonna deliver. So did he deliver it?
Sort of. When it comes to, it's not even the best diss track this year.
Oh God, that's already bad.
Eminem's Killshot. The sad thing is when you have a song called Killshot, it's supposed to be a direct. You're supposed to dig this dude's grave with this song, and this song it's okay. Mm-hmm. It's not a bad diss song. It's not the worst I've heard. It's definitely not the best. The worst this year would probably that might be last year now I think about it. But old boy from Brooklyn that tried to diss Mad Skills. I think that was probably the worst this year, if it was this year, but I can't remember. But Eminem, it was for the caliber of rapper that he is, not battle MC, that's different. But his ability to rap should have translated in that battle song. I don't feel like it did. I feel like he had a okay battle song. I don't think we'll be quoting this song 2 months, 3 months, 4 months from now. Maybe not even a week from now. It's just okay. It's very middle of the road. And if this is all that he's got, I think MGK wins. I think MGK came out.
I was really liking this song because he was like, "Let's talk about it," and he had some like really good points. And it's points that a lot of other people have talked about, like Eminem, like, hey, Eminem, prove who you is.
Yeah.
I remember rocking that music when I was in school, so I was like, Eminem, like, you already here. There's no need. He's always seeming like needs to prove something. It's
true.
Like, no, you good, dude. Like,
and calling a whole bunch of names and stuff. It's weird because this album for me cemented my statements of why he is not a top 5 or a top 10 rapper. Because this album, I know it's gonna be. Here's why. If we're talking on the specific technicality of rapping, putting words together, he is extremely talented. But as a artist making hip hop music, you have been very, very lax in your duty of creating music that translates into the culture. You haven't really done anything since the Marshall Mathers LP. When you talk about
the obvious though.
Yes, please go ahead, please.
I hate this.
And the obvious is
that he's sober. I was like, I was like, I'm not saying, I'm so happy that you become sober.
Yeah.
That's where you wanted to be. I'm here for it. I'm not saying anybody should pick up a vice to create.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that there's a huge difference in the flavor and the feeling of your music. And it's so serious until it's not something, in my opinion, to be enjoyed. Because even like when they talked about serious stuff, go back to the day where hip hop, that's all it was seriousness. It had a funky beat, a groove. You could like really jam to it while like expanding your mind. But there's none of that with Eminem. He's just like hitting you with hard facts and harsh observations, realities, and you know. And every now and then he does a combo with the latest pop artist. Yeah. This kind of like, I'm Eminem, don't you want to do a record with me? And they're like, yeah. And then they make this pop sort of record. Song. And it's like, I'm like, and it's okay. It's okay. I was like, the last one I really liked was him and Rihanna with Monster. I thought
but how old is Monster?
Right.
Monster is mad old.
And so that formula worked for him, and then he just kept doing it. And none of them have been nearly as popular as Monster has. I was like, just give it up and move on. It's the reason why another show, I'll do a shameless plug, Beats Vibes Life, Thursday nights, 9:00. You should check us out. We did a whole show on Busta Rhymes. Mm-hmm. And we talked about how Busta Rhymes has 7 good to great albums back to back to back to back to back. Mm-hmm. Every single year, over and over and over and over. And how he switched his style 2-3 times and continued to stay not only relevant, but making music at a high level. And then when you look at someone like Eminem, you're like, you know what, this guy has the talent, but his talent isn't translating into great music. And I think that's his problem. It's not translating into good like battle disses. It's not translating into good music, at least not anymore. Because Marshall Mathers LP, you guys can throw it in the chat. I know it's old. It's been a while, and it's just sad seeing him coming out feeling like he has to prove something when it's like, dude, you need to make good music. Yeah, you did. Anything you want to do, people are going to go for it. Yeah. So now that you've hit this level in the industry where it's like Eminem wants to do something totally crazy, we're here for it. Show us what you got creatively, and it's like, all I got is like hard facts and hard knocks for you. And they're like, dude, other people have done that and done it better. Yeah. Let's walk away from that. But Max has a great point. I think that's pretty much we've all come to this conclusion, you know, that he does sound bored. He's sober now, and the energy he gave is just not, he can never give us that energy. Yeah. For good reasons. Yeah, for good reasons. We're like, again, we're going to celebrate. Yo, he need to watch Drunken Master, man. Because see, the Drunken Master became sober and then learned how to get the same feeling from water. And that's when he became a true master. But see, that's when he could do that real kung fu. See, Eminem need to watch that. But I will say this about the millionaire thing. Yeah. Even though Busta Rhymes hasn't dropped an album, he usually just does songs here and there. But Busta Rhymes is a millionaire. Still has the talent. Method Man is someone who's a millionaire. He's older. Still got the talent. Redman still got the talent. He's a millionaire. So it exists. But I still love Redman's MTV Crib episode. Oh man, that Cribs episode was funny. That was lit. That was so awesome. I was like, oh, he had like a PlayStation in the corner. He was like, he bought like the most regular house. You went past the house many times, never know that. Like somebody like Redman lived there, and they come in, and it's like a total pigsty bachelor pad. That was funny. Like you see homies have houses like this, like where you walk in and you like, man. Yo. And then he took the 2 wires. Yeah. What was the 2 wires for? I can't remember what they were for, but like, Redman, of course he did that for a joke. You know he has other places. But sure. Also, big shout to Cribs, Rasheed Wallace, basketball player, when he opened his fridge and he had all that Simply soda. Like, yo, Simply? You know what's up? He rich, but he still get that Simply soda. Exactly. He ain't getting that Pepsi. Gotta say that dollar. You know what I'm saying? Get that Simply. Get that Simply orange all up in there. But yeah, it's sad. I think he lost this battle. I don't know, man. I think Eminem might be done. Right. I think he might be done.
And it's a shame because I would have liked to see him end on a high note because, like I said, I think the talent is there, but he's just not making the music.
Like what Max said, the hunger is.
Yeah, the hunger's not there.
Like, dude, you don't gotta rap just be rapping for us. Go live your life. Whatever your idea of a best life is, Eminem, because he totally watches the show.
Yeah. Eminem watches the show. That's why I'm talking.
Look. Just live your best life. Do what makes you happy at this point. That's what all that matters at this point.
And then MGK, who also watches the show, congratulations. You won, I think, your first battle?
Yeah,
maybe? Your first serious battle.
I was like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because, and that's the thing, he's like, I thought the reasons for him even getting into it, because some people were arguing, like, well, why did he jump into it? He's like, well, that's somebody I looked up to. You see the obvious links between him and Eminem. We ain't gotta say it for everybody.
Yeah, it's like
and stuff like that. And I actually liked it. Some of there was one his hot song back in the day. I actually liked. And so he come in there and he's like, he's my idol. I don't want to go against my idol, but I see problems. Like he's pointing out the same thing everybody else is. Like, you've made it, guy. Why are you coming at us like you got something to prove? Like, just go be great and stuff like that. So I guess this was his way of like doing like some tough love. Tough love.
So lastly, I'd like to end the show on that's right. Some a few Politrix. You may have heard that your boy Paul Manafort has pled guilty, and he's going to be cooperating with the state. That means he's snitching. So
snitching real hard.
So I want to get you guys take on snitching in our cultures, in our culture in America as a whole, because in our culture you ain't supposed to snitch. Don't be snitching. Stop telling on people. All right, you saw Power. You saw what happened last week. All right, but at the same time, with this Paul Manafort, not only Manafort, Cohen and stuff, all these people got tapes and stuff, but in their culture, in the dominant culture here in America, it seems to be kind of like not even regarded. It's like, oh, they're gonna be, cooperating. They're gonna be releasing the tapes. They're gonna be telling everything. They're gonna be working with, and it's just kind of like, oh, it's okay. Now, my question to you is it wrong or do they have it right? Should you be able to tell the truth? I'm not saying tattling, just be tattling. But I mean, should you be able to say, look, this is the truth. Yes, I did this and this and this, but I was doing it with this person and this is why, without it seeming snitchy. If you know what I'm saying, it's like, because
But wait. I did my homework before we went on this limb.
All right, cool.
But Paul, he's Italian. They don't do no snitching.
they don't do no snitching.
No snitching, my friend.
Oh man.
So, it's like he's Italian. It's like you can't be snitching.
Max, thank you, Matt. Max says I stand with Paul Manafort. Not that he needs my defense. Then he says, just kidding.
I just can't wait to hear, dude. You be like,
oh man, yo, Max is like one of the funniest dudes. All right, so check it. When it comes to because I remember when the stop snitching, the whole like early 2000s was like, stop snitching. People was wearing T-shirts and stuff. I was never down with that. Look, you need to protect your community, and if protecting your community means getting this person that is threatening people, intimidating people, hurting people, harming people, killing people out of your neighborhood, yes. Now, there's a difference. Snitching is, say you and I, we're kids and we're at grandma's house, and you get a cookie, and I get 2 cookies, and you run and say, Michael got 2 cookies. That's snitching. Officer, this person is killing people. That's not snitching, all right?
Yeah,
it's not snitching.
That's not snitching.
It's not snitching.
I was like, where are you going with this? Okay.
Officer, this person is killing people. That's not snitching.
That's not snitching.
That's proper civic
and the
justice.
killing doesn't have to be direct, because this is like a really sore spot for me, because I'm from the inner city, I'm from the hood, and this whole idea like, oh well, I just sell this, whatever drug to make a living. I'm trying to feed my kids, so you just
trying to feed my daughter.
You're right. You try to, so you're going to destroy several other families. You're going to sell it to their moms, you're going to sell it to their dads, so they can provide for their families, and their children are being taken care of because you need to feed your daughter. I snitch on those people all day, every day.
I don't know what else to say.
Exactly. Because I was like, dude, you just destroy the community so you and yours can eat. It's like the most selfish action. And it's not like you, I was like, man, dude, go clean a bathroom if you got to. My ass to clean bathrooms, flip burgers, all of that. What, you need me to clean the sidewalk? So be it. Before I go and destroy my community. And those are the people that people want to roll on because they give a little money here. But you know, if you go to them, they'll give you
a little money or pay the light bill or something like that.
Like, nah, man, that's the same thing that corporations do. To this is what with Nike, you know.
Even though Pablo, that's how Pablo had it. Yeah. Pablo took care of everybody. However, the minute that they turned on him, he decided to almost do a Hitler and try to destroy his country kind of thing. So that you can't keep them happy forever because eventually what they do comes into your house. It comes into your living room. It sits. But anyway, what Paul is doing is cool because I was like, we need to get the orange orangutan out of office. Stat. And Matt says Paul is between a rock and a hard place. If Trump doesn't get impeached, he'll bury Paul further down the line and won't pardon him. That's interesting because I'm not sure if impeachment is guaranteed. Right. I will say.
Well, he's saying that. Matt's saying that.
Yeah, it's and I will say it does seem like the protections that he used to have are not there anymore.
Well, see,
it seems like more people are looking at him negative, especially with the whole 3,000 people dying in Puerto Rico for the storm last year. When he was like, oh, it's an amazing success. Only 10 people died. It's like,
since when? When? Where did you get your information from?
I don't know. Tons of people have reported this. This is not new.
It's not news. And I disagree with Max, not to be contrarian. Just as simple as I feel like he's already on the out. You can be on the out. You can all this protection and bury down the line. How many people has that happened to who haven't snitched on Trump? How many people are constantly being fired and then all their benefits being cut off?
The only one who isn't really Sean Spicer. I know he's selling his book. He kind of doing alright, but he never really talked bad about Trump either.
Right.
Anyone who's talked bad about him,
or sometimes they get cut and that. I'm feeling like there's somebody who got caught and didn't even do that. And came after him. Are they embarrassed him on their way out?
Yeah.
Because we announced that all of a sudden you're fired. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
How you come back for that? I think the people that get really put out are the people who didn't see it coming, they didn't plan for it. And all of a sudden
Comey.
Out. Yeah.
You're an FBI director guy or whatever. Right. You're at a conference operating as the director and then get fired.
Right. And so then they're like, well, forget this. You already done fired me. I'm going to give you that smoke. So I feel that maybe Paul knew the writing was on the wall and that he couldn't come back to the White House because Trump does this all the time where he kicks you out and you're just out and then he forgets all about you. So protections might not necessarily exist and he's like, I got to take this opportunity because this will protect him. So even if he doesn't get a pardon, it's not important because he took a deal. He's planning for the... I'm not planning on the wishy-washy, emotional state of a 5-year-old for my future. Yeah. I feel the plan that he's doing is much more sturdier than doing, the orange scourge. I wouldn't put my money on that.
It's not looking good right now.
Exactly. I wouldn't put my money on that one. So I don't know. I would go with snitching.
I'll be telling. And then also, I remember, real quick before we bounce, I remember when First 48 first came out. And people would be like, man, people snitching hard. People snitching. People would be online like, I can't believe people snitching. People snitch every day. And I'm like, look, when they got you in that little room, and they talking about some real time.
Real time.
I ain't talking about, you might do 3 years, 1 year suspended, or, you get a year probation. When they say, we're looking to give you 30 years, and you going to have to pull at least half of it. And places like Virginia, now they're in, I know they want to change it, but they have it where you have to pull 80 to 85% of your time. Ooh. So So now you're talking about like 20, 24 years.
I'm
Man,
claiming the fifth.
I'm telling so
And I'm
fast.
snitching.
I'm telling so fast. Look, because real time, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I could probably hold it down for you. Say Max. Max in the chat. No, you know what? I ain't gonna mess with Matt. Say Keith. Keith, you in the chat. Say you do something illegal. And they're like, Michael, if you don't tell, we gonna give you a year. I might be able to hold you down. Now they say like, Michael, you don't tell on Keith, we gonna give you 10 years. Yo, Keith, look.
Dang. Yeah.
Just saying. It's 10 years, man.
Like,
It's double-digit years.
exactly.
It's a decade, B.
The whole idea was if you were about that life, they give you the option because when you talk about mafias and stuff like that, you had choices between dying and going to jail for the cost, and then they would take care of you. So it's not like those people who didn't snitch had real choices.
Yeah.
It's like if I snitch, they're going to kill me.
True.
And I'm not going to be able to live anyway. Or I can go in the clink for X amount of
Yeah,
years.
it's like,
Sometimes
look,
it's like a long stint.
I'm a snitch and like move to Guatemala or something.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing though. Like
I'm a snitch, move to Guatemala, like grow a full beard, and like,
Hey, you be doing the most.
They ain't never gonna find me.
Exactly, change the name and stuff like that.
He said, "Wow." Oh man, much love for y'all guys.
I have the same feelings. Like I just learned something about him too.
Look, man, look that them double digits though.
He's like,
I thought you were real. Yo, man, them double digits is real, son. Them double digits, they come straight up. I'm gonna be honest. If they come to you saying like, look, we got NERDSoul. If you don't tell on him, we giving you 25 years. All I expect from you is to tip me off. Be like, yo, brother, they coming. You got like a day. And I'll be out. They coming because I had to tell. Be like, look, I understand, man. 25 years ain't easy. That's a long time.
That's an extremely long time. Nobody's here for that.
Nobody
got time.
And nobody got time for that. So, guys, thank you for checking this out. Thank you for watching the show. Make sure to hit that thumbs up. Make sure to share the stream. We're going to be here every single Sunday. We're coming up to the holiday season, so schedules changed a little bit. But for the most part, every Sunday, we will take breaks. But you know what I'm saying? We'll let y'all know our schedule when we hook it up. So before we bounce, to my left, I have
Marqueeda LaStar, and you can find me everywhere online at LaStar.net. Just don't ask me unless you're ready.
He said he did it. Oh man, and you can find me NERDSoul, NERDSoul. That's right, holding it down like a player do on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to share all that good stuff because it helps me help you. You know what I'm saying? Help me help you. That's all we try to do. So help you level up. You know what I'm saying? Level up. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what she do. Look, just watch the video. She know how to do it.
Exactly.
Right? Shout out to Sierra, who also watches the show all the time. And your boy Russell. What up, man? Watch the show all the time.
There you go.
Oh man, so big shout out to Keith, Eon, Max. I don't see Little Miss Chocolate in here, but peace to her anyway, and everybody else. See y'all next week. We out.